My name is Felicia Knight, and I'm the president and owner of Night Vision International. And Night Vision International is actually the confluence of everything I have done in my professional life. It is politics, journalism, media, the arts, government, all rolled into one. Night Vision International is my ultimate career move, and I'm here to help other people, other businesses, learn how to deal with the media, how to make policy, how to work with government. My story is unique, and yet it is everyone's story. It's a story of seizing setbacks as opportunities and turning them into success. And when I was a young adult, I really wanted to be an actress. And as happens with most people who want to pursue that line, it didn't quite work out that way. But I got a job at a radio station doing commercial copywriting. I felt I was suited for it. I'm a good writer. I was creative. And seemed to impress people enough there that they said, I think we want to put you on the air. So I had an on-air radio shift. And then someone suggested I do a radio news shift. And I thought, okay, I would like to do that. I've always been excited by current events. But then one of the leaders in the company said, we want to put you on television and make you a TV news anchor. And I said no. I said, I'm really not qualified for that. I did not study journalism, and that's a job that really requires experience and credibility. And a very good friend of mine came to me and said, if you turn this down, it will be the biggest mistake of your career. And he talked me into it, so I said, okay, if you're willing to take a chance on me with no experience, I will do all I can and learn this to the best of my ability. So I really learned journalism from the ground up, hands-on, and I ended up having a 20-year career in journalism that was very successful, whether you measure it by ratings or awards or what have you. It was a great career. And then I wanted to do something more, and I had the opportunity to become a press secretary for a United States Senator in Washington, D.C., and I did that for 5 years. And that was a wonderful experience. And from that, I became a communications director for the National Endowment for the Arts in Washington in the executive branch. Probably the greatest experience of my life. And then came time for me to come home. I really wanted to come home and start my own business. And so here I am. It's been a long, circuitous route, but a very successful one. An example of a smart girl strength, I think I'll give you two, which would be curiosity and intuition. What I've done my entire career with journalism and working with the media and working in the Senate and working at the National Endowment for the Arts, I got to learn something new every day. One day was not the same as the next. There was always a different issue, a different story to tell, and I got to learn about so many different things. And that just satiates a natural curiosity. And intuition, within all of what I was doing there, very often it comes down to, what does your gut tell you? What do you think this reporter is really after? What do you think this person's really trying to hide? What do you think this piece of legislation is really about? So take those two and then go to my afterlife of starting my own business. Again, I am learning about things that I never knew that I would learn about through different clients, whether it's the Department of Defense or whether it's a medical company or it's an arts organization. They have something new that they're working on, and I get to help them with that. So I get to learn more about that. My intuition is, and this is maybe the scary part, is this something you want to take on? Is this a job you want to do? Is this a client you think you can be comfortable with? Is this someone who will let you tell them what they want, what you think they need to hear, or only what they want to hear? And there's a lot of that at work here. And that's not to say there's no passion or there's no integrity or any of the other qualities. They're all there too. But I think these two may be the leading factors. Advice that I would give is, number one, be sure of what it is you're about to do. when I first was noodling around with this idea of my own business, I went on the Small Business Association website and I took a little quiz to, are you ready to start your business? And when it was over, they basically said, oh my God, you really need to rethink this. And I panicked. But then I realized, okay, what it is that I want to do isn't really what they're talking about here in this survey. I'm not going to have inventory. I'm not going to have overhead. I'm not going to need those things. But there are things that I needed to know about running a business that I didn't know. So the very first thing is, be sure you know what your business is. Then be ready to understand, okay, am I in a position to take these steps? Can I make sacrifices here, there, and there in order to put my resources where they need to be? Is there a market for what I'm offering? Do your market research. Just be sure of all the steps along the way, and then take the plunge. I think the logical next step is growth. We have a good team, a good relationship with our clients. As we get more clients, however, there's going to be a lot more work, maybe more strain. The most important internal aspect for us is sense of humor, and we can't lose that. So I think we can't let strain and overwork impinge on that. So I think the next step is grow the team.